On, this is a disturbed one here, and I'm bringing you a video on the new GTA update, which is called Smugglers Run. This is going to be a review on it, not going to be a rant video, anything like that, just going to give my opinions on the goods, the bads, all that good jazz, stuff like that. But they're not going to be in any specific order. Like I said, they're just going to be strictly review. But I'm gonna first start off with just saying it is, in my opinion, one of the most expensive DLCs, and it's really not worth the amount of money that they charge. I'm gonna show you guys right here. All the stuff off of Legendary War Stock. These are the prices, and a couple of them, they are the base price, you know, the discounted price that you get for doing the missions. But as you can see, even doing the missions, this one is still 2.7. This one I haven't done yet. I haven't unlocked the trade price for that yet. Neither this one. This is the most expensive plane in the game. It does hold 5 people, but it is 5.1 if you don't do the trade price, otherwise it's still 3.8. And that is just for the plane itself, and I think you get the basic gun on it. You will have to buy other upgrades, and the upgrades can still cost a couple $100,000 a piece, so you will be spending a lot more on that. Alright, let's try and think of what else. Oh, yes, there's a couple other vehicles here, I think. There is these planes here. The Alpha Z, I do not have that yet. That is the trade price though. Even that's still 1.5, and like I said, that's just for the vehicle itself. The ultralight, it kind of looks like a hang glider, but it is like motorized. The only thing I will say I do like about this is it is cheap. It is only 500,000, and there is an upgrade on the engine where you can actually remain off the radar if you get this. Well, if you get the upgrade. If you do get the upgrade, your little icon of flash, which means you're hiding off the map. So if you're in a public lobby, nobody can really see you unless they're also in the air. But yeah. Other thing I'm going to point out before we go any further is if you cannot fly that well in GTA, it's going to be very difficult to do anything in this content update, because everything is purely based on flying. Pretty much everything. You have to fly. You really don't have I mean, you do have a choice too, but where the locations are, if you're filling up your hangar, which I will show you in a second, that does take quite a long time, so it is better just to fly there to and from your missions. Alright, I do have a list, so I'm just going to start naming some stuff off. I'm going to first point out the good things that I like, the things I don't like, stuff like that. I'm going to first start off with saying that the vehicles alone, the planes themselves, they are very cool. They are pretty fun to fly around. They are customizable. If you do get the hangar, which you have to get a hangar to even buy these vehicles, that is where they get stored. If you do not have a hangar, then you will not be able to purchase them because they will not be stored anywhere. But on top of that, like I said, they are customizable, but you have to buy the workshop so you can customize it. You can change the color, weapons, you can upgrade the weapons on it. Like I said, they're very customizable. Every plane can be customized differently. I don't really know yet. I don't have them all. I'm trying to wait till I get the trade price for them. But, yeah. So, pretty much besides the vehicles being fun and customizable, it's kind of the same update as the special cargo, where you have the vehicle, or the special cargo warehouse, and you're pretty much stealing the exact same thing. You're stealing their narcotics, the tobacco and alcohol, stuff like that, the jewelry, the things you were stealing the last time when you're doing your CEO warehouse. It's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much that update, just in the air, if that makes sense. But getting back to the good that I like in there, my main thing that I do like about this certain DLC is they do have an option where you can sell your vehicles. So say if you buy a plane, you don't like it, you can sell it. And I need to get a car. That would help. But
I'm on the clock.
yeah.
What you want? Some wheels?
The other good thing I do like is when you do get the hangar, you will get a free
I'll get there as soon as I
Cuban
can.
800, which is a plane that comes with the hangar. Something else I like is it's kind of like the on the yacht, you will be able to pick up certain ammo. I believe there is the homing launcher, sniper ammo, stuff like that. And we're gonna fall off here and try not to die. Alright, so give me a second, guys. There are new clothes. I don't know what kind of new clothes there are. I personally don't care about the clothes. But if you do like to get new styles and gear for your character, then you will be able to do that. But yeah, we're gonna drive to the hangar so I can show you a little more in depth what this is. I'm trying to think what else that's cool. That's good. Oh yeah, the hangar can be used as a spawn location. So if you do buy the bed accommodation, I think it's called the living quarters, you can spawn in your hangar, which can kind of be convenient, especially if you want to start sourcing the stuff to steal. You can just spawn there and it's a lot easier. That is kind of pricey though. I think it's like 300,000 for the living quarters. But yeah, that's kind of much it. That's really all I can think of that's actually good with this DLC. Now, one last thing I can mention too, the hangars, they can be bought differently. So like you can buy different ones. There is one located inside of the Fort Zancudo, the military base, which allows you access in there without getting shot at. So that is one other good thing. I decided to get the hangar and LSA because it's a little bit cheaper than the others. But at the end I paid about 3.2 million for the hangar. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go inside the hangar now. Alright, and as you can see, we're inside the hangar now. It's just a general thing of what they look like. When you do start stealing the cargo, they will get stored over here. Also, the ground is customizable too. You can put different, whatever you want to call these, icons, whatever, on the ground. They are pretty expensive too. They're still a few $100,000 piece. So put that on there. The lights, if you can see them up there, the orange, those are lights. Those could be customized too. So I mean, the hangar itself can be pretty customized, but it will run you about a few million. Now we're gonna go up here. Yeah, as you can see right over there, that is the Cuban 800. Like I said, you do get that plane for free once you buy the hanger. And then I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by that's kind of not worth it. We're gonna start getting into the bad right here, because this is where things start getting kind of useless. Hey, Widow. But I'm gonna point out before we even get to this is not a good way to make money. I have seen other people that have sold it. My friends have sold it. You only make $500,000 off of a full sale. And as you can see in the top right corner, it says total stock. You can only hold 50 things, which compared to the bunker, that's really not making any money. 500,000, it really isn't worth it. I mean, your bunker can sell for over $1 million if it's full. So it's kind of stupid that they went from $1 million you can make in the bunker to making only 500,000 when you spend more on the hanger than you did the bunker. So that's one bad thing I don't like. I kind of find that it's kind of useless. I still sell out of my bunker because, like I said, you do make more. I really don't see me selling out of the hanger stock because, like I said, it's really not worth it for 500,000. You can fill up your hanger a lot easier the more players you have. So say if you're doing the solo, you're only going to get one thing, one crate, whatever you want to call it. You're only going to be able to deliver one at a time. If you're doing it solo, the more people you have, the more you can deliver. So if you have up to 4, I believe you can get 4 packages. So I mean, that's kind of good. It's not a deal, so you want to play alone. I will say that. You do want to play this with at least one other person, because it will make it easier to fill up your hanger. And certain vehicles, depending on what you buy with the planes, certain ones will actually have an option where you can have your co-pilot use a gun. They can use flares, anything like that. So you would want to play with one more person. That'll make it a lot easier. Now getting into the actual cargo things, whatever you want to call these. I did hear something from a couple other videos I've seen, and Ron, when you actually buy the hanger, Ron has a little cutscene. He'll tell you a lot about the hanger, what you can do, blah blah blah, all that. Kind of like the bunker when Agent 14 tells you what it is. He lets you know that when you fill up a certain amount of each thing. So let me go back here so I can show you guys. On where it says stock levels, the more you have of that, so as you see, I have more chemicals. If you sell the chemicals separately, you do make a bonus for selling just that. So I don't know how much the bonus is. I've never seen anybody do it yet. I haven't done it yet, but you do make a bonus. Ron tells you that if you sell a certain thing to a bigger buyer, you do make more of a profit off of it. So on one hand, that's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing because I don't know how much it is. I mean, if it's not at least 100 to 200,000 more, then it's really not worth it. But if you sell it just all together, if you sell all of your cargo, all you're gonna get is the 500,000, which I'll show you guys over here. So as you can see, for the chemicals, if I wanted to fill up just the chemicals, out of 16 out of 50, they still sell for 160. The other thing I do like, I'm pretty sure you can just keep selling. I don't know if there's a wait time, because I have not sold yet. But as I was saying earlier, so you see, if you get 50 out of 50 for the chemicals, you will make a bonus when you sell that separately. So going back up here, Yes, back here. So you can pick different ones you want to get. The cool thing is you will get different missions. That is one other good thing I like. The missions that you get on this, they're very fun. I will say that you do get to try out a lot of the new planes, whatever, different vehicles. You do get to fly them, and they actually make it where you have to use them. So if you're going to get a cargo or whatever, you can use a plane that has a bomber option. So I'll show you guys in a second. There is a carpet bombing option with the bomb bay doors, which are a add-on. Trying to think of what else. But yeah, like that. Like I said, you can select these separately, so you can pick different ones, or you can come down here. You can hit source any type. It'll just give you a random one out of these 8. You'll get a random one. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the hangar is. Like I said, it is pretty much just like the other cargo. Don't really know. Hello, Palma. But yeah, that's pretty much just, like I said, it's all the same in my opinion as the other cargo. So selling out of the hangar, when you're selling out of the other whatever special cargo, it's pretty much you're stealing exactly the same thing. So that's just one of the bad things I don't like. They didn't really add anything different in that sense. You're things just with a different spin on it. Now that's all aircraft. But I'm going to show you guys one other thing here that I kind of do like. When you go to this option, you go to your vehicles, you can request your personal aircraft. This will replace your cargo. If you request a personal aircraft, this will become your personal vehicle pretty much. So if I was going to call in the Cuban 800, it would come in right next to me, get rid of my car. But yeah, I think I destroyed my plane. Let me get that real quick so I can show you guys the options you can put on it.
Morse Mutual, how can I be of service? I think we can do that.
Alright, so now that we have that, I'm going to call that in. Alright, so here is one of the planes. I believe this one was the 1.2. So this is the Rogue. Yeah, that is the 1.2. But I do like that you can put different liveries on it. Like I said, there is a lot of customization to it. I have the Red Devil on right now. That is that livery. You can also change up the colors. If you don't want to put a livery on it, you can paint the plane whatever you want. The one thing I do not like about this plane is it is kind of slow on the takeoff. Even though you're going pretty fast, they still look like they take off pretty slow. But as far as the features on here, I do have quite a lot. Let me show you guys right now. These are the bomb bay doors. So you can get above something and carpet bomb, which I really like. I'll show you guys right here. So these are the bombing cameras, as you can see right there. That right there is the carpet bombing, and those bombs can be customized. That's something else I do like. The bombs can be customized to incendiary, gas, explosive, and cluster bombs. The cluster bombs are the ones I think I have on, which means they explode into smaller clusters when they hit the ground. Something else, when you close the bomb bay doors, you can switch to a machine gun, which I have the explosive rounds. Show you guys right there. So that is another customization you can put on that. Now the main thing I do like, this is probably one of my favorite things on the planes, is the flares itself. This comes in handy for if you're going to public games, somebody has another plane that they're trying to take you out, they're locking onto you, you can drop flares. And the flares actually are pretty accurate. Me and a couple of my friends tested this out. Even with the homing launcher, somebody has a homing launcher set on you, as soon as you put those flares out, they do distract the missile. So that is a definite plus. Now I'm going to take this inside the hangar. I'm going to show you a little bit more about the customization. Oh yeah, the engines can be upgraded, so you can make the plane go a lot faster. You can upgrade the engine. You can upgrade countermeasures, which are like the flares, smoke screens, stuff like that. I do not have the smoke screen because you can only put one on at a time. So you can either put the flares on, or you can put the smoke screen on. I have seen the smoke screen. It doesn't look as effective as the flares. The flares definitely seem a lot more worth it. It says when you put the smoke on, all that does is just disorient them. Just like you can see right there, deploy smoke to create smoke trail and disorientate pursuing aircraft. That doesn't seem as effective as it says. But yeah, you can see I have the flares on. I can put that on. I don't actually know what the chafe does. I haven't had that yet. But getting into the customization, they do have armor. You can put 100% armor on that. Like I said, there's different countermeasures. The engine you can upgrade. Well, this actually comes in handy right here. This is one other thing I do like. You can customize the handling of it, depending on how you want your plane to respond. It can be tighter handling, a little bit looser handling, depending on how you like it. I don't have the race handling on this one. I do have it on my other plane. It's not in here right now. The race handling makes it very quick. So if you're going to turn, you can turn very quickly, which comes in handy. That I do like. I'm going to get up to the liveries. I'm going to go in order here. So there's a LTD one, operative, that looks pretty cool, rogue operative, so it seems like that just pretty much the same thing, a little bit different colors. Colors look kind of backwards. You have the Green Baron, Red Devil, which is what I have on. I'm just going through these to show you guys, like I said, the customization to it. But yeah, that I really like. And like I said, even if you don't want that on, if you don't like any of the liveries, you can paint the plane anything you want. You can put any color on it. You can have a pink plane if you wanted. But yeah, there is also the secondary one that I changed the top of the cockpit as it looks. It's pretty much all it changes. But that right there is something else I do like. As I said earlier, you can sell the vehicles if you don't like them. So say if I was going to sell, you can sell this for $898,000. Yeah, I figured you'd like the pink. But moving on to the weapons, we're gonna start with the primary first. And just basic, you do get no weapon. These do cost extra. The 7.62 millimeter machine guns, they will cost you 185,000. I suggest you guys use the explosive cannons. They are a little bit more expensive, but it's a lot better if you're going to strafe run people in public matches, anything like that. They're even handy on missions. They're pretty powerful. They take things out very quickly. The explosive cannon is kind of similar to the hydra cannon, so they're very powerful. But yeah, that's pretty much what I like with the vehicles. So as I said before, this is just a big vehicle update, pretty much. Otherwise, it doesn't seem really useful. As I said, I still sell the bunker. If you guys are kind of strapped on cash, I would not recommend buying this right now. They probably will put the hangar on sale. So if you guys do want to do this, just make the extra 500,000. If you would like to do that, I would give it a couple weeks or so, because they definitely will put these on sale. They would probably also put some of the planes on sale, so I'd also wait to check them out too, because they're a little bit too pricey right now. One thing I will say I do like I said before, the missions you do, when you do steal the cargo, you can use any of these. I've actually just did a cargo run where I had to use a Sterling, which is actually very cool. It is similar to kind of the rocket car. If you guys have the rocket Voltic, that is where you get like the rocket boost. This plane has that, but it's a lot better. It's a lot more powerful, like you go a lot quicker, and it actually lasts a lot longer, and it does refill up. So say if you run out, just keep flying around for a little bit, you will recharge it. That also can have the bombing bay doors. I believe you can also put some guns on it, so that's customization to that. They did add 2 new cars. So I'll leave the planes alone for a little bit. I'll show you guys the cars. They do have the Grady Vision, I'm gonna call that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but okay. If you look it up, I believe they said that was based off of a Ferrari, which is always nice. Go over to San Andreas. This is another new car, the Retinue, which is a sports classic. I also do have this one. If you guys do have the extra 615,000, it is worth it. Believe it or not, this car is actually pretty fast for being a sports classic. I do have that one as well. But altogether, just a little review on it. As I said before, I really don't recommend you guys purchase this. In all honesty, I would save your money unless you're one of those people that have like hundreds, millions of dollars. Then you can afford it, obviously. But if you guys don't have enough, I would just save the money until it comes out. Like I said, they will be putting it on sale. But I just gave you guys a little hint of how expensive this is. When I first got the update, I had $17.3 million, which I'm down to $8 million now. And I've only bought the bunker, the 2 cars, and the other plane. That's all I bought. So I mean, that's quite a lot of money just for that little bit. Like I said before, the hangar alone was 3.2 million, which definitely doesn't seem worth it. But yeah, I would honestly just hang off on this content update. I would really not buy the bunker right now. Like I said, it's not worth it. One last thing I do want to point out, I do not know how true this is. It goes back to the money. You do only make 500,000, like I said. If you sell everything at once, you will make a bonus on selling things separately. But there's also another rumor I've heard Ron actually hinted towards this. If you are in a public game, somebody else is selling their special cargo. If you destroy their cargo, it makes yours more valuable. Now, I'm going to take that as a bad thing because you go in a public game, people are already going after you for no reason. They'll just kill you. Now that they have a reason to make their stock more valuable, now it's constantly going to be a freaking battle. I mean, it kind of makes it fun. On one hand, kind of makes it more realistic because they're pretty much taking it as you're the only smuggler. You want to be the only person smuggling things. So if you take out the competition, which would be the other players that are selling, your stock will become more valuable. I do not know by how much. I don't play in public lobbies. I usually always try to find one of my own. But that definitely seems that it's going to be a problem for people who do play in public. It's always going to be a problem going back and forth, destroying each other's stuff. And plus, I don't know if you go into a public game, destroy somebody's product. I don't know if you leave that session, if it still counts as you destroying it to make yours more valuable. I'm not sure on that. Like I said, I haven't done it. But yeah, I honestly really don't like this content update. I'm going to be completely honest. It's kind of the worst. It's the worst way to make money, but it has really cool vehicles. That's pretty much it. One last thing I will do. If you guys do want to see the new car. In all honesty, the car, the new Grady, it is 2.2 million. But if you have the extra money, I would honestly spend your money on this more than the Hanger, because it has a lot more customization to it, and the speed on it is very quick. So this right here is the new car that comes along with the Hanger update, which is the Grady Vision. Let's show you guys the inside. Fortunately, that's pretty much all that opens. Nothing else opens, I guess. Alright. Well, like I said, definitely save your guys money. I really don't see this being worth it unless they make this double down the line. If they make it a double payout for your sale, then it'll definitely be worth it. But as of right now, that 500,000 isn't much. So I'll show you guys the car a little. Like I said, the car is very fast. I would recommend you guys would get this if you have the extra money. Altogether, it's going to probably be about 2.4, 2.5 with all the upgrades you put on it. But I definitely see that as very quick. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. Main point of the video, I guess, is save your guys money. Not really worth it. But if you guys liked the vid, which I hope you did, it might be a little boring. I was just trying to cover the main points of the update, show you guys some stuff. Otherwise, pretty much not worth it unless you guys want to fly some planes. That's pretty much all there is to this. So if you liked the video, leave a like, and if you are new, if you like my content, feel free to subscribe. I will probably not be doing any more GTA 5 videos. This will probably be the last one. I might be broadcasting Destiny 2 in a couple days. I think it comes on like a little over a week or so. I might be broadcasting the campaign on that. But yeah, save your money, guys. Don't buy it. I'm trying to think of anything else before I sign off. I'm gonna say probably not. But I will see you guys in the next video then. Bye bye.